Prosecutors call it Cadillac prices for a Chevrolet case. They say attorneys for the Spokane man charged with fatally shooting a car thief greatly overcharged taxpayers for his defense bill. Prosecutors claim that Gail Gerlach's lawyers have submitted an excessive and extravagant bill to Spokane Superior Court. And that's where KXLY4's Jeff Humphrey joins us now live. And Jeff, the public on the hook for these costs because the jury said Gerlach acted in self-defense.
Nadine, that's exactly the case because Mr. Gerlach claimed and a jury quickly agreed he was acting in self-defense when he fired that fatal shot. The jury's decision entitles Gerlach to be reimbursed for his legal costs, but today here at the courthouse, Gerlach's attorney accused of padding their bill.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Gail Gerlach, not guilty of the crime of manslaughter in the first degree.
You certainly can't argue with the results. Gail Gerlach's defense team got their client acquitted in near record time and spared Gerlach more than a decade behind bars. Now the question before the court is just how many hours attorneys spent preparing Gerlach's case, and did they really need 3 attorneys to do it?
No explanation is needed as to why Mr. Gerlach needed 3 attorneys to represent him. He requested this. He was facing a homicide charge, and he wanted to have every angle of this covered as much as possible because of the severity of the charge.
The trial judge must also decide if Lee's $300 an hour charge is at fair market value, especially in light of the fact that Lee brought in 2 extra attorneys to help him with things like jury selection in the case.
Mr. Lee should not have had to bring in anybody to do those things for him. If he wants to bill $300 an hour, these are things he ought to know how to do himself.
It's the state's position Lee and his co-counsel are soaking taxpayers for a case that really wasn't that complex, and that they're taking advantage of a law intended to protect citizens from going bankrupt while defending themselves in court.
They spent more hours on this case in their closing argument than the entire case should have taken in terms of their litigation. They duplicated each other's efforts repeatedly. They both attended numerous things that one attorney could have attended on his own.
The judge now expected to issue her writing about this bill in court, but it is clear, Nadine, from the questions that she was asking today in court, that she is dubious about Mr. Gerlach's legal bill, including more than $40,000 that could be paid to 2 expert witnesses in this case. Reporting live at Spokane Superior Court, Jeff Humphrey, KXLY4.